So, Fantasy Serie A Match Day 6.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. Good morning and welcome back to the pink table. We're not giving you guys a lot of time here until kickoff. I think the first kickoff is actually 3 p.m., which is Milan Spezia. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into the fantasy league teams and take a look. Here we have it, match day 6, well, game week 6. We're going into this, Elaine. Let's just quickly go over. Why don't you just jump into the top game week purchases and the sales? Let's go.
Yeah, okay. So taking a look at the week that we've just gone through, you can see that a lot of the changes are going on the form of the last game that we've seen. So Barella brought in, looking on great form. Ruiz, Magnan, the Milan goalkeeper, has really, Milan fans are not missing Donnarumma so far from what we've seen. Diaz has been purchased by a lot of people that I know personally, and Koulibaly just racking up points if you've got him. The players that are being dropped at the moment, Handanovic, Zaccagni, who I believe is injured as he didn't play the last game. Calabria, which is a little bit of a surprise to me. I'm not aware of an injury or a... Okay, so yeah, Damien's nodding. Injury to Calabria. Pellegrini as well got red carded for the derby, or the derby, depends how you want to say that one. And Giroud as well being dropped. I think with the improved form of Ibrahimovic and his injury woes, not many people are going to have Giroud shortly. Okay,
Yeah, so
look at the top formation from last week, Damien.
Yeah, so Calabria and Giroud. Calabria is back from injury today. Giroud is also back, but they're both on the bench. And Zaccagni is out injured as well. So the top formation, you can see it's mainly Atalanta and Napoli having 2 spots each. Actually, Milan having 3 spots. Interesting. I had Hernandez on my team last week. I was at the stadium. There's the video that you guys can see from Hernandez's goal. Only halfway through the first half, I realized that Hernandez wasn't actually playing, in the sense that I'm not going to get my points for fantasy. So I was super bummed. But then he came in and he obviously fixed that. Good to see Chiesa back in there, and Osimhen. I know, Elaine, you grabbed him. That was a good deal there. That was a good idea. Putting him in there, getting the most points of the match day. So that's great.
Yeah. Sorry, my couple of comments on the top team of the week. Hernandez, most people didn't have him on the field. And even our top winner of the week, Delfio Andre, who won the match day, messaged me halfway through the game saying, well, this is a disaster. And then he was jumping by the end of it because of the performance. Glad to see Di Francesco is doing better than his father's been performing on benches. And Osimhen, yeah, thank God he got those 2 goals, because I was kicking myself when Dzeko was bagging those goals for Inter.
I don't know if Andrea got the top mark of the week, but he is top of the league. And as I was going to go into, we have a new team leader. Actually, we have 2 new people in the top 3. So Ventilator still hanging on there tooth and nail in 3rd space. Then we have Snorky Sumar with his, I might butcher this, but it's Shumarovi Panjevi. They're number 2. And Jack Russell, which is Andrea De Filio, which is a close friend of ours, is at the top. And he seems like he's getting a bit of lead there. There's a bit of a detachment now, Elaine, from 3rd to 4th.
Yeah, we're seeing now that those Champions League spots are beginning to break away. Even from 4th to 5th, you're seeing that there's a gap developing there. We're going to need to put on the gas to keep up with them. My team didn't do great. Once again, I was left disappointed. But I think my team's going to heavily depend on Roma, being a Roma fan and having Roma players. So if Roma doesn't score many goals, I'm high and dry. But yeah, interesting league. It's developing nicely.
Yeah, maybe next season what we'll do is we'll actually have prizes for the top 4, because it seems like to get into the top 4 here is going to be quite hard. With that being said, let me just show you guys my team for the week. So a few things here, and also take this into consideration, people. For example, the teams are going to be doing a lot of turnovers today just because there were so many close games. Like I had Chesney on, but then I read that Perin is actually starting. So therefore I have Reina in the derby, which I'm not that excited about, but he's there. I actually, as I said in my last video, I went ahead and got rid of the Dybala. He's just not getting points for the amount of money he is. Joao Pedro is definitely getting a lot more points for the cost. So I've gone ahead and added Joao Pedro. So I'm going with the 4-4-2 here. And I have Captain Vlahovic and Vice Captain Arnautovic. Both have easy-ish games that they should get goals. So what I'm actually going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and do double captain. So you can only do this once. Listen, I don't see any better time of my 2 strikers scoring. Maybe if I had a better striker than Arnautovic, it would make sense. But right now I'm going to go do that. Maybe I can go ahead and capture that extra points that need me to get to the back of the top. So let's see how we go there. But what do you think of this formation, Alain?
I like your formation a lot. Reina against Lazio. I'm hoping he has an absolute shocker, being a Roma fan.
He's against Roma, but yeah.
So, but then again, Roma, honestly, without Pellegrini, I think we're going to be a very different attacking threat. Maybe more versatile with Mkhitaryan, but maybe less of a sting in the Roma front line. I really like the formation you got going here. João Pedro is a staple of my team. The thing that confuses me the most about your formation is what you did right now online and use your double captaincy. Udinese against Napoli, yes, they fell apart, but everybody else they played against this defenses looked like, excuse my language, a bitch to break down. So I think that's very bold on your part. I would have waited for Vlahovic against Venezia or Salernitana to do that.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's also take a look at your formation.
Okay, perfect. So let's take a dive into my team for the week. So I've still got Magnan in goal. My move of the week is going to be considered interesting. I've already spoken to our league leader about it, Andre Del Fio, and he likes the idea. So I'm basing my tactic on this. What I've gone ahead and done is I've brought in both of my Torino defenders, and I've gone ahead and added Piazza as well as my signing of the week, obviously with Pellegrini going out. So I am basing this game heavily on the fact that I think that the Torino team that's conceded practically 2 goals all season is not going to concede against Venezia. And they're going to come away with the points there. Neutink against Fiorentina, they're a tough defense to break down, as Roma found out a week ago. Milinkovic-Savic in the derby is an iffy one, as well as Zaniolo. So I'm going to be relying on Boga against Salernitana and Piazza against Venezia to do the damage. And then my attack is just goals, goals, goals. Abraham, Vlahovic, and Osimhen. I think I found the attack that I'm going to stick with. And I've gone ahead and benched good players like João Pedro and Di Marco because of the games that they're playing.
The only thing I'd say is when I was also trying to find a midfielder, I was also about to get Piazza, but he is actually starting on the bench most games. So he's starting this game as well on the bench. So you'll lose out on that point of him starting, but see how the game goes. If they're winning, will they bring him on? I don't know. So that's something
to consider. At that point, then I can always just, well, I've got to look at it and then bring in João Pedro if needed.
Yeah, but it looks good. Quickly touching base on the games this weekend. We start off today at 3 p.m. with Spezia Milan. There is Inter Atalanta, which I would have gone to the San Siro, but I am actually playing football myself, so unfortunately I can't go. Genoa Hellas Verona finishes off tonight. Inter Atalanta lane today is going to be a very exciting game. That's going to be really interesting.
Inter Atalanta is going to be a real test of this Inter if Atalanta can keep on building on what we've seen in the last few weeks.
And both teams need to take into consideration they're both playing in Champions League this week, so it's going to be very interesting to see that.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we have Juventus Samp, which Samp just got drummed by Napoli, which I was quite surprised about. So let's see how they fare at Juve.
To be very fair, everybody's getting drummed by this Napoli.
True. Going on, we have Empoli Bologna, Sassuolo Salernitana, Udinese Fiorentina, Lazio Roma, which is the derby. It's very exciting to see what happens there. Napoli Cagliari, which, as we say, Cagliari will probably get drummed. And then we finish off on Monday with Venezia Torino. And then the Champions League starts again on Tuesday, which I will be at the stadium for Milan Atletico. So I'll be able to send you guys some footage from that.
Yeah, that's going to be an absolute cracker. The games to look at tomorrow, I would keep an eye on the opening day of a game of the day with Juventus against Samp. Samp getting that drumming. Juventus just eking out their last victory. Let's see how they face up against each other. And then, of course, the derby at 6 o'clock in the evening. Roma against Lazio. The first real test for both of these teams. Let's see how they come out of this match.
So there you have it. That's match day 6. Let's see if we'll have a new league leader or if Andrea will carry on pushing that through. Elaine, if they haven't already, what do they need to do?
Please go ahead and like and subscribe the channel, share it around, update your formations, choose your captains, all that good jazz, and we will see you next time on the Ping Table.